The actual spacing at the door end is 3 feet from the back and about 16 from the front. The window is 20 inches wide and 26 high and is centrally located. The length of the carriage is 148 inches, extreme width, and it is 72 inches high to just above the eaves. The width of the carriage is 75 inches. The eaves are 72 inches, and the height of the curvature at its apex is 16 inches. The door is 32 inches wide. The cat hole is 8 by 8. There is metal cornering here. And that is 1.5 inches. By about 5/16. The floor timbers are 5 inches thickness, 2 inches for the 4 centrals and 3 inches for the exterior frame. And that is also the same for the ends. They appear to have been tenoned. Certainly some jointing. The spacing is 15-inch centres either side and 10.5-inch spacing, central spacing, centres to centre in the middle. The flooring is 6.5 inches by about 1 inch. The flooring is not, repeat, not T&G'd. It's designed so that any water inside can drain out. The centre 10.5-inch centres fortify the middle of the carriage and may have played a role in structure support of the turning gear, which is at the front of the carriage. I revised my dimensions for the outside timbers, which are 3 inches by 6 inches, or thereabouts, or certainly 5.5. They do protrude below the 5-inch floor joists. 5/16 by 1.5 for the metal cornering. This is how the metal cornering is attached and secured with holes every 6 inches, and note they're slightly offset by 1 inch. That can be picked up. There we are. Offset by 1 inch, so one is above the other. Clever bit of structural design. Note the reading at the bottom of the fascia and the cutting to accommodate the roof, but I don't think that's authentic. I think the roof was probably flat sheet metal, and if you were replicating flat sheet metal, galvanized tin, curved sheet would be the way. It's a lot easier than galvanized corrugation. A simple 4-pane window, 7.5 by 12, 7.5 by 12 each pane. Simple forged lock, 1 inch width, 6 inches wide, cleverly drilled and slightly forged to widen. Square-headed coach bolts at the base, and it looks as though some reinforcing metal behind it to facilitate the towing. It looks as if a piece of metal six inches by 3¼ inches is used, and it may actually reinforce the corners. So it may have a metal structure just at the corners to provide some rigidity. That is at the front of the vehicle, with the metal at the rear it just goes straight into wood. So I think they reinforce the front. And this is an inside through the cat hole. Particularly dark inside. We have beaded board. The beaded board is 6½ inches wide, a reeded board. Got a reed edge on it. I think there is a tenon here, and I think a tenon above. So it's not a continuous tenon, there's two individual tenons that fit into the end. So it's quite intricate, but it's probably a standard traditional karting design. I can't make it out exactly, but I think you can recognise there are two points which have been scribed